what's up everybody? Thank you so much for joining me. Igama lami Hlumelo. I wouldn't call this necessarily an episode, but I just wanted to just talk about a few things for the next couple of minutes because I honestly feel as though we actually deserve an episode where we just sit down and talk about what exactly is confidence. What is confidence actually? I mean, really, in the literal sense, what is confidence? Is it getting inside a room with your nose in the air, thinking you are better than anyone else? Is it not greeting when someone greets you? Is it thinking that you are the cream of the crop, that which the universe revolves around? Is that what confidence is? It seems as though actually what we are seeing today is arrogance and not confidence, because so many people are calling themselves confident when in actual fact they are arrogant actually. So how should we define confidence and what constitutes confidence, and how can we be able to actually recognize confidence? I want us to actually attempt to define what exactly is confidence, because a lot of us are under the impression that confidence means grandeur, confidence means self-importance, confidence means being important, being more prestigious than the next person, when in actual fact that is not the case, because confidence is not about, as I said, having your nose in the air thinking you are better than everyone else. Confidence, it's about getting there and not even seeing the need to compete, and this, in my opinion, is what makes confidence. In a day and age like ours where it's all about I, me, my, we shouldn't be surprised why we are at a point where we cannot even define what is confidence, because the line between arrogance and confidence today is so blurry actually. This is something that I often notice in social situations, because you find that someone has an attitude, they do not even know you actually, yet they have their nose in the air thinking that they are this thing that is just out of this planet actually, when in actual fact that is not the case, because that right there is inferiority complex. That right there is only indicative of someone with a low self-esteem, because the surest way to see if whether or not someone is confident or not is to look at how they treat other people. There are people that just walk around with their nose in the air thinking that they are better than everyone else. That right there is just a monumental display of their upbringing, because that is only an indication of someone who actually didn't get the opportunity to actually be pruned, because to think that confidence is thinking of yourself more, that is not the case actually. So many of us are actually under the impression that confidence is walking around all over the place, showing the whole world how much of a doofus and how much of a douche you are actually, because I think that's the difference between arrogance and confidence, because confident people never have this urge to actually prove themselves. They never have this need to actually show the world that, hey, I'm over here, look at me. And that is what we see in social situations. It's people that are shouting to the whole world that, hey, look at me, and that right there is very pathetic actually, if I were to be honest. And this is why I feel as though this is a necessary conversation for our day and age, because we need someone who's going to sit us down, who's going to explain to us that, hey, listen, you cannot think that confidence is just walking around all over the place with your nose all over the air actually, because that is a sure way of someone who is actually very insecure about themselves actually. I honestly feel as though we actually need to sit down and actually redefine what confidence is, because these days confidence means so many different things. Ngoba sinabantu abaninzi abacemba afana babangcono kunabanye abantu bethuna, sinabantu abaninzi abacemba afana kuncanyiswa indawo abahamba kuyo, kuba nyana abantu abaninzi bacemba afana ukuzithemba kukunyelisa omnye umuntu phansi. Sicemba afana lento kuthiwa i-confidence kuhamba phezulu ubonisa umhlaba wonke uba wena naku ukhona apha emhlabeni futhi uyilento ethile. Umuntu nyani olapha emhlabeni oyilento ethile soza hambe eqhayisa ngayo bethuna lonto. Into eyona nto siqhayisa ngayo eyona nto singenayo. Kungakho ngahle nyani siyiqonde into kokubana lento kuthiwa kuzethemba ayikho kukhombisa umhlaba uba nyani wena ukhona, ayikho kukhombisa umhlaba uba wena ubalekile, ayikho kudimanda irespect ebantwini uba ngaba wena ungulomuntu ofanelwe inhlonipho. Yonke lonto ayo confidence actually, because confidence actually transcends all of that. confidence actually precedes all of that, because there's an expression in English that says that a lion will never ever concern itself about the opinion of sheep. And that right there is the case, because no lion actually would go around trying to prove itself. Just imagine a lion going around proving itself to everyone that it's a lion. That right there, it wouldn't be a lion actually, and that right there can never be a lion actually, because a lion knows that it's a lion. It doesn't need to go around proving itself. And this is why I feel as though kahle siqonde into okubana nathi asizo ngonyama uba ngaba sihamba siqhayisa ngalonto. Umuntu confident uzibonakalela ehamba pha uba uyabona ke lo uconfident ke lo uzapha uconfident ngoba ntoni akayivezi bethuna lonto, akayivezi kumuntu wonke uba ntoni mayibone uba yena nakutheni uyile ngonyama kaloku. Lomba sithetha ngawapha ngumba nyani obaluleke kakhulu, umba endiqonda nyani ufuna ukuhlelwa mahlongwane, umba endibona into kokubana uba ngaba asithethi ngawo kuzoba khona abantu abaninzi aba-misled in thinking that they are these it things actually. And I often get so disappointed actually when you are in a social situation and you are just there not competing actually, just minding your own business. Vele kuthi gqi umuntu esezimutsini zakhe, umuntu ne-attitudes awumazi nomazi nalo muntu kodwa uthi gqi seyinento engakuwo hayi bomfundini sazana njani. Kanti loo nto leyo yeyona nto endiqonda uba nyani iyakhombisa uba yi-inferiority complex. So uba nawe ungomnye wabo bantu abaqonda uba i-confidence kungena endlini unyusa impumlo uzixelela uba ungcono kunomntu wonke, ayiyo le confidence. Futhi elo qambu ndifuna uliqaphuza kwangoko kuba the only way that you can be able to actually show that you are a confident person is if you actually enjoy seeing other people winning, is if you can actually recognize, is if you can actually appreciate, is if you can actually be able to be receptive to the success of other people. Because abanye abantu vele bengathi ngahle baqabhuke man, umuntu efike enyusa impumlo ingathi kukhona lento emnukiselayo, and I think that's the most unfortunate part actually. And andifuna ukuyihleka, I say that with so much compassion actually, but at the same time I am utterly disgusted by our misunderstanding of what confidence is, because confidence and arrogance has a very faint line in between actually. And that's why I felt as though I should actually make this podcast in case kukhona umntu ocimba fanba confidence is going all around the place thinking that you are better than anyone else, and that is simply because wonke umntu unayo into odlula nguye omnye umntu.